Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen. Sorry, I'm going to look for the document. Okay. Okay. So can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen, please? Can you see my screen? Are we together? You're welcome. Okay, so let's move on. So planning your writing task 2 essays, while we understand our essay, how it should go like, it should be like rather. So we understand that for your writing task 2, you have 40 minutes. And I advise my students, please, once you're giving your question sheet, please, please, please start with task 2. Please, please, please start with task 2.
Start with what? I didn't hear you. Start
with task 2. Your task 2 question.
Okay.
Okay, so something happened, one of my clients, of our students on the platform, and I kept saying it, please start with task 2. So thank God he did that. And task 1, he started, but he didn't finish. But he still came out with a band 7. You understand? So please, task 2 takes more mark. That's 66.666% of your mark in writing comes from your task 2. Your task 1 takes 33.3333% of the total mark. And once you've done your essay very well, you know, even you must anyway, you must finish because not even if you must finish your task 1 too, you know, because we saying 7, we also want a 7.5. If you when you score yourself the CRS score, the difference between 7 and 7.5.
The network.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me, Amolola?
Network.
Okay, Madam Doing, can you hear me? Madam Liar, can you hear me? I want to be sure it's not from my end.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
It keeps breaking. You okay? It keeps breaking and you're freezing.
Oh. Okay, is it good now?
Yes, it's good now.
Okay. So I was saying that please start with task 2. Task 2 of your essay. I was also saying, I gave an example of a client who started with task 2 and they finished task 1. However, it still came out with a band 7. And the difference between a band 7 and a band 7.5 can also help your scores, can help your CRX score. So we know your minimum is 7, but if you can still do better and get 7.5, it's a bonus for your CRS score. So let's all take note. So let's move on to this, task 2. So what this class aims to teach us how to put ideas together, how to brainstorm. It's also going to teach us how to group our ideas, you know, and how to provide examples to support your ideas and rank your ideas. Now, providing examples, if you notice, when you are giving your task 2 question, after the question, below it, they tell you, give examples to support your this. They didn't just write it for anything. It's something they also want to see in your essay. So that's why I advise, if you've gone through the body paragraph notes, there are 4 things I tell you I want to see in your body paragraph. The first thing, your topic sentence. The second thing, supporting ideas. The next one, supporting ideas. Then the fourth thing, I want to see your examples or your evidences. I always look out for this when I'm going through your body paragraphs. You guys already know that introduction. I've told you guys, I want to see a general state. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but it keeps freezing and seizing. I don't know. Network.
I think it's, then he also took me out. Probably it's from my own end, maybe.
Okay.
Took me out. That was why.
Mm.
Okay, so let me start again.
Okay.
Okay. Mm. Okay. So you can still see my screen, right? So let's move on. Let's start with this. So this class is going to start with are you going to deal with brainstorming of ideas for your tax 2 essay? Brainstorming of ideas for your tax 2 essay. This class aims to teach us how to brainstorm for ideas, how to get ideas for any kind of essay. Also teaches us, it's going to teach us also how to group our ideas together. It's going to teach us how to provide examples and evidences, you know, and it's going to teach us how to rank our ideas. Okay, so okay. So what's the importance of planning? Now, we advise that when you're planning, when you start your essay, you read the question like at least twice, 2 times. The first time is just to understand what is being said. The second time is to get the main idea, the main topic of the essay. That's what the you reading first time, second time is about. Now, once you've done that, the next thing is for you to plan. Now, the part of you reading and planning, we advise students to please use only 5 minutes for this. We advise students to use 5 minutes for this. Now, why do you need to plan? It helps you get relevant ideas. It helps you put relevant ideas to paper. It helps you develop your viewpoint. How do you want to express yourself when you're writing? Now, some students find that the planning stage is very difficult, you know. You're thinking of how to put ideas together, your tension, exam condition, your tension is just there, everything is just there. You're like, how do I do this? But once you've planned and you've practiced all this thing, even before the exam, you are more confident and it's easier for you to just apply and do. So once you've planned, it gives you a guide on how you want to write. You already know the rules of your introduction. You know the rules for your body paragraph. You know the rules for conclusion. Now, once you've done, you know those rules and you've planned well, it gives you good access to populating your ideas for exam condition, for IELTS condition. Okay, so let's move on. What's brainstorming? Brainstorming is when you quickly write or think of a number of interesting and relevant ideas connected to the topic. Now, when we say connected to the topic, we mean that what we mean is you while you are reading your question, I've always said it, the first thing you do, try to get your topic. We've done this in class also. I've explained it using notes for you guys. So when you read your question, try to understand the main topic, the main idea, the main thing the examiner is trying to speak to in that question. Once you know that, you now brainstorm relevant ideas relating to that topic. You now brainstorm relevant ideas relating to that topic. Now for these tips, now if you wish to write your ideas down, rather than think them in your head, write them in point form, that's bullet points. Don't write whole sentences, there's no time. So what this speaks to is, oh, my internet is unstable, why? So what this speaks to is that when you're writing, when you're planning, put them in bullet points. Put them in bullet points. Don't write all your ideas on the paper. There's no time. You have 5 minutes. And I tell people, when you practice all these things I teach, you practice them before you enter the exam hall. Even on that day, you are used to it and you do it naturally. That's what practice does. When you practice, you get to the examination center, your seat, it's natural and you just write. So let's move on. So now we have different types of essay questions. We have the discussion essay question. We have the problem and solution. Hello, can you hear me?
I'm sorry to take everybody back. The brainstorming, we said, is we should write down our ideas
in bullet points, in bullet form.
In bullet points. Yeah, okay. That's the summary of it, right?
Yes. We'll do practical here, don't worry.
Okay.
So for the types of essay, we have 3 different types. We have the discussion essay questions, we have the problem and solution question, and we have the argumentative question. This is an example of a discussion essay question. So in the future, it may be scientifically possible for people to live for 150 years. This could be good for individuals, but may have negative consequences for society. What are the benefits and risks of people living to 150? So a quick one, they're asking you to discuss, what's our main topic here? So I've read it first, I want to read it again. In the future, it may be scientifically possible for people to live for 150 years. This could be good for individuals, but may have negative consequences for the society. What are the benefits and risks of people living to 150? Top of my head, I'm looking at it. My main topic is people living to 150 years. That is people living for long. That's just the topic of this question. So immediately I know the topic. I understand my specific question is what? Benefits and risk of people living to 150. Then I start, what are they asking me to do? They are asking me to put my benefits and my risk. So my first body paragraph, I would use benefits. My second body paragraph, I'm going to use risk. You understand? So before I've seen that, I know I want to structure my question, my answers rather. Immediately I start jotting down points, risk. Think anything that comes to your head, please just write them out on your planning, in your planning stage. Because this thing sometimes, because of the tension, plenty ideas come into your head and you're like, okay, so once you pen them, you don't forget anything. You don't forget anything. So once, even the relevant and irrelevant, please pen them down. Pen them down. Now, tips, remember, if something sounds like common sense, people will ignore it. Highlight what's unexpected about your topic. Okay, let's quickly move on. Now, see me. My ideas have come, I've pulled them down together. See, what are my benefits? The things that came to my head, I've written them down. Experience more in your life, see more things, more time to be successful for business people, e.g. business people, more time with the people we love, gain more knowledge, experience to produce better work. So I'm just writing the things that are coming to my head down. It might sound irrelevant, it might sound, good. I'm still going to write it down. The idea is let everything come down. Then I can now start grouping. I can start ranking. I can start putting them together. That's just the idea behind this. My risk. See how I've put down. Later years may be unhealthy. Body organs unable to deal with extreme age. Physical appearance will deteriorate. Now, if you notice this, see, I canceled this. That's because after I've written all my ideas, I feel personally this is not enough. It's not a good point, and that is why I've crossed this out. So you see how this is how I write my essays normally. So you pen them down. It helps you. It helps you plan. Don't think that, okay, first of all, sometimes some of you might think that this will waste my time. Why not practice it first and see if it will waste your time? Because as I've done this, it's easier for me to write. It's faster. I follow my point and I'm going like that. It's very fast. But one thing I advise people, this is a strategy I advise people should go to do. However, practice it first. If it doesn't work with you, look for something else that works with you. There's no rocket science about any of these things. They're not compulsory method. The idea is these are methods that help students. It helps them structure their essays very well. If you practice it, if it works for you, please go on with it. And that's just the idea behind this. Okay, so tips. This brainstorm includes a number of interesting and relevant ideas. I've told you about, I said that before. For this essay question, we can see that after writing our ideas, we decided to cross one idea out. Okay. However, despite our great ideas, our brainstorm is disorganized. We must now move on to the second stage of planning, that is organizing our ideas. So everything on my head, I just dumped it on the on my question sheet, on my question paper. So what next? What do I do after this? I group my ideas. I group my ideas. So what does this mean? In this stage, you should decide which of your ideas can be connected together. And then you should reorganize these ideas into different groups. So now, if I go through my ideas, some of them are related to each other. Some of them, I can put them together to give me my supporting ideas. You know, I've taught you guys body paragraph, topic sentence, supporting ideas, examples and evidences. So with all the things I've written, I can pull some things together that they can come under one topic sentence and, you know, make all those one become supporting ideas and make my essay lengthy. You know, remember, I need 250 words for my essays. So let me show you an example what I've done next. So see me, this is me grouping my work now. This is me grouping my work. Okay. So what I've done this, benefits. Before, you saw how I wrote everything out. I just put everything down. So now I've put them together. More time to achieve success. This relates to my business or relates to career. So I've given it a sub-heading as job and career. Gain more knowledge and experience to produce better work. I've put you under job and career. Scientists, doctors, musicians, you know, everything under career. So the other group part, I grouped it under personal benefits. Experience more, see more things, have more time with people we love, watch our children grow up, plenty of time to relax and enjoy. You see also I've crossed out this because I feel it's not so strong. I already have enough points under my personal benefit and I'm good to go. Now, when you are putting this together, please note, this personal benefits, this job career, this will be my topic sentences. I will try to write it out. This will be my topic sentences. Then all this other one under it will be my supporting idea. So see my risk now. I've also done the same. Water shortage, social welfare system may break down, not enough natural resources. I've put them under risk to society. Next one, I'll put under health risk. So the idea is all the things you've thought about, now group them into topics. Those topics serve as your topic sentences. Then all these one bullet points will go for your supporting ideas. Okay. So next, after you've done that, If you notice some of the questions, some of my ideas, I put examples, I put e.g. business people, e.g. arthritis. So these are ways I'm going to provide examples. These things are very important. Examples and evidences are very important because it is stated in your question. After the question below, there's always give an example or evidence to support your ideas. It's always there. They didn't put it there for us to play. They are putting it there for us to utilize it, to use it in your essay. They want to see it there. So that's all about this providing examples. So it's not necessary to provide examples support every idea that you brainstorm, but you will find it relatively easy to think of examples for some of your ideas. So this is just a summary of what I just said. However, you may also need to include additional examples. Yeah, tips. Let's look at how we have used. Okay, so let's move to an example I've done. I've done an example down there. Okay, so see, this is it. This is my final work. So my benefits, how I've done it. I've job career benefits. I've more time to achieve success. My example, see it, e.g. business people. See this one, e.g. gain more knowledge, experience. You see, I've joined the second and third one together. So I turned the third into an example, e.g. scientists, doctor, musicians. You see, I'm doing these things together. All this, please remember, you have 5 minutes. All this, you have 5 minutes. Personal benefits. See what I've also done. Experience more, see more things, have more time with people we love, e.g. watch our children grow. Remember, I put watch our children grow as a bullet point. Now, see, I've turned it to an example here. I've turned it to an example here. Okay, see, for my risk, social welfare system may break down. I gave an example of Japan, you know, not enough natural resources, e.g. water. So it's how I'm just, and these were ideas I put in my bullet points. Seeing me now merging them together so that it comes out, top-notch form. So that's what that. So let's move on quickly. After we've done that, we've grouped. Next thing we do, we rank our ideas. The next thing we do is what? Rank our ideas. Okay. So how do we rank our ideas? Ranking your idea simply means which of them is more important? Which of the ideas you've brainstormed is more important? Right? Speak to that first in your essay. After you have organized your ideas into groups, you need to rank them. Ranking means putting this group of ideas in order of importance. In order of importance. So this means each group with the one you think is the most important, I've said that, or the strongest argument. This method is useful because during the test, you may decide not to write about the least important ideas if you are running out of time. So always try to start with the strong points. This would help you. Now, this is me. See, I've done everything. I've said career, job and career, personal. But for me, I feel my personal is more important. So I'm going to make my personal number 1. My career will be number 2 points. For risk and development, for my risk, I feel my health is more important, and society is second. And that is how I'm going to write it out when I'm writing out my essay. You understand? But you will see a quick sample of my essay. Now this is my essay. Now see what I've done. To live a longer life has been a dream for countless years. Please, what this sentence, what do we call it under introduction, please? Somebody should help me. What do we call it? I'm listening. Mr. Kimsaki is driving. Mr. Madam Doyin. What do we call this sentence? To live a longer life has been a dream come true for countless years.
It's a general statement.
Thank you. So let's move on. With the development of science and technology, it might be possible for people to live for 150 years in the near future? So that's me paraphrasing my question. I go further. Sorry. Someone, however, in my opinion, it may not be beneficial for people to do so. You understand? So that's that. I move on to my body paragraph. Undoubtedly, these are linking structures. These are linking structures. I sent an audio video for some keywords I would like to see in your essays. Some linking words or conjunctions. Please do well to practice with these things, because once you've practiced it, it comes naturally under exam condition. So undoubtedly, there are some major advantages of living for a longer life. Okay. Firstly, people could enjoy longer lives and do more of the things they want, such as trying different lifestyles. So you see me, this is my first bullet point. I've turned it into a supporting idea. Okay. They could spend more time with their family and even watch their children grow to old age. So you see, everything I spoke to above here, they are my personal benefits, because I feel I have stronger points down there and I've used them here. Don't forget, I explained that if you want to start because you are beginners or because you're not so strong with essays, I advise people in the students to please, your benefits, put them under one body paragraph. Your demerits, put them under the second body paragraph. This helps. The other methods too, but this is easier. And trust me, the same mark you will get when you do the other method. So let's move on. See me, I now continued. In addition, so you see, this is also linking structures. In addition, people could contribute more if they live longer lives, especially scientists and other valuable members of the society. For example, if Edison had lived longer, he might have invented more things for us, or Mozart might have produced more wonderful music. So can you see what I've done there? See my body structure, my body paragraph, my 2 points, I've put them in there. So that's the secret behind this, putting your words together. So next one, I'm going to speak to my risk now. And notice that I didn't use risk here. I use synonyms. Also means demerit. See this other one, they ask for what? I used advantages. So play with synonyms when you're working with this. Are we still together, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm moving on to my second body paragraph. Nevertheless, please note all these words, linking structures are very important. It connects your work together. So I've spoken to the advantages now. I want to now speak to disadvantage. So how do I link it? Nevertheless, that means after I've spoken to advantages, we also have disadvantages. That's the nevertheless word here. There could be many disadvantages if people live for 150 years. This is my topic sentence. It shows that I want to speak to disadvantage in this paragraph. So let's move on. Firstly, people might be unhealthy in their later years because their body organs are unable to deal with extreme age. Additionally, more people may suffer from painful diseases such as arthritis. So I just put it, the way I put my example here is very subtle, such as arthritis, I still put it there. Now, but if you notice, the other one too, I still put for example. The idea is they still want to see it. This first one, say I put for example, but I would encourage them, instead of examples, for instance here, please. It shows that you have varied languages, you have varied synonyms you can use for example, for instance. So another factor is that an increasing older population would cause many problems for society. For example, it would place a lot of pressure on the society, on the social welfare system, a situation already developing in countries. You see me? I've given my topic sentence, supporting ideas, and my example or evidence. So you see how it goes. Now, in conclusion, I believe that the disadvantages of people living for 150 years far outweigh the advantages. Therefore, this development would be a largely negative one for our society. My conclusion, all I did there, I just summarized my topic sentence, and that was it. I just summarized my topic sentence, and that was it. Okay. So remember I told you that we have discussion essays, argumentative essays. We have what's the other one? Problem and solution essay. So for argumentative essay, it's the same method you plan, the same way you plan for that, you plan for this one. It's the same method. The only thing that is here is you need to decide if you agree or you disagree. So that one you are discussing. This one, for the other one you are discussing. For this one, you're going to state your opinion. Do you agree or do you disagree? You are sitting on one spot. Some people try to counter it using some countering words to disagree, and you put in their essays to agree and disagree. Please, if you know you're not comfortable, if you're not so strong in writing essays, do not try that. If you're going to agree, please stick with agreeing. You're going to agree, discuss a point in your first body paragraph, discuss another point in your second body paragraph. You understand? So you may find it difficult to decide. And in the end, the viewpoints you present in your essay might depend on the number and quality of ideas you can think of when you plan your essay. So this is an example here. Please hold on, my battery is going low. Let me turn on this. So argument essay questions. This is an example here. Teenage offenders should be treated in the same way as adult criminals. Do you agree? This is straightforward. Do you agree? First of all, determine your topic. What's the topic? Next, you pick a side. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? If you agree, start planning on points on I agree. If you do not agree, start planning on points on you don't agree. Okay, so some people also, what they do, some people, because they don't know if they have good points for agree and disagree, so what they do, they try to write points on agree, they try to write points on disagree, then they weigh their options. But whatever method you do, please note that you have just 5 minutes to work on this. 5 minutes. So let's move on quickly. So this is an example of argumentative, argumentative essay, sorry. So this an essay to that question that I read out now. So this is it. The teenage years can be a wonderful yet difficult time in the lives of young people. Those teenagers who break the law during their teenage years need to be treated differently due to their age. This essay will argue for special treatment of teenage offenders. Some teenagers act impulsively and commit offenses which they later regret. That's my introduction. And move on. The most important consideration is that teenagers are young people with their entire lives before them. Therefore, they need to be treated differently to adult offenders. So I'm sticking to a point. You understand? So I'm defending teenage criminals who may have been criminals for some time. Crimes committed by teenagers may not have been intentional and may have resulted from negative influences such as poor parenting, drugs and alcohol, or even from watching violent video games. Additionally, young people may be under enormous pressure to do well at school. As a result, many teenagers are stressed and may commit crimes without thinking fully about their actions or the consequences. So you see how I'm still putting my points together. My topic sentence, I explained that supporting ideas. In between, such as poor parenting, I gave examples. I gave reasons why this is this. You understand? I use my linking structures. Additionally, therefore. So you can see how I placed mine. As a result. So those are good linking structures I want to start seeing in your essays. I move on. Finally, this is another point also to defend teenage criminals. Finally, any harsh punishment such as sending teenage criminals to jail could damage their future opportunities. For example, if they are unable to find work once they have left jail, they may return to a life of crime to survive. Therefore, we should give them the chance to understand the effects of their wrong behavior by treating them with lesser punishment, such as community service or rehabilitation classes, to learn more about right and wrong behavior. So you see how I'm telling my point. In conclusion, I strongly believe that we should treat teenage offenders differently from adult offenders. I can't say the last part because of the way I am. Okay. So this is just how we just put our essays together. You can see that I am following what I've taught in class. Topic sentence, supporting ideas, examples, you know. So that's just mainly what it's about. So in conclusion, organizing the ideas. So I said earlier, remember that planning your essay in IELTS test should take no more than 5 minutes. I've said it, no more than 5 minutes, please. I keep saying that. So you use 5 minutes to plan, you use 30 minutes to write, you use 5 minutes or 3 minutes to proofread. You've used 5 minutes to plan, you use 30 minutes to write, you use 5 minutes or 3 minutes to proofread. To save time, you may wish to practice brainstorming by thinking of ideas in your head, organizing your ideas into groups before you write them down. Only write a basic outline of your plan. That is, write the important ones. That's what I'm trying to say. So remember to spend no more than 5 minutes. See, I'm repeating this thing. 5 minutes on planning each essay. Write an idea. Write your ideas and plan on your question sheet. Okay. Any question?
No, I'm
No.
okay, at least on my end.
That means you understand everything I just spoke to.